Okay, here's the complete, formatted transcript with alternating dialogue and no additional notes.
Oh, my fey gods, listeners, if you haven't devoured A Kingdom of Destruction by Ivory K. Rose, you are missing out on life itself. Just listen to this line. His gaze was a storm, and I, a ship with tattered sails, willingly sailing into its wrath. Literal sparkly romance, novel chills.
Oh, joy! Another metaphor comparing someone to a dilapidated mode of transportation. Is she also a wilting flower? A fragile bird with a broken wing? Perhaps a slightly dented teacup, yearning to be filled with, I don't know, the scalding tea of a brooding fey prince's angst.
You're missing the poetry. This book is a masterpiece of enemies to lovers, forced marriage, love triangle deliciousness. We're talking warring kingdoms, humans versus fey, and our girl Aven, a human princess, gets tossed into the fey realm like a very attractive, very feisty bargaining chip.
So, basically, she's the human equivalent of a slightly used sports car traded to settle a gambling debt between two warring nations. High stakes. Very romantic.
And the fey princes. Oh, the princes. We have Cillian, the golden boy, all sunshine and smiles and probably perfect abs. He's the kind of person who'd bring you flowers after accidentally setting your village on fire.
Accidentally. Right. Because fey princes are notoriously clumsy with their fire magic. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to incinerate your grandma's prize, winning petunias. Here's a bouquet of magically conjured roses to make up for it, and maybe a coupon for 10% off your next fiery apocalypse.
Then there's Roran. Oh, Roran, he's the brooding, morally gray one. The bad boy with a hidden, well, I'm not sure what he's hiding, exactly, but it's definitely something smoldering under all that snark and moodiness. He's the type who'd probably intentionally set your village on fire, then smirk while you roasted marshmallows over the embers.
So, the classic choice, Mr. Sunshine and Genocide, Apologies, or Mr. Pyromaniac with a pody lip, truly a dilemma for the ages. I'm on the edge of my seat. My metaphorical seat, of course, because I'm far too cynical to actually get invested in this fire tale.
The tension between Aven and Roran is electric. It's all stolen glances, biting remarks, and the constant threat of someone getting stabbed either with a dagger or with feelings. And the world building. Morningvale, the Fey Kindred, is so vividly described you can practically smell the enchanted forests and probably the scent of simmering sexual tension, let's be honest.
Ah, yes, the intoxicating aroma of simmering sexual tension. Is that a new Yankee Candle scent? I bet it smells vaguely of desperation and regret, with a hint of poorly concealed bloodlust.
You're terrible. But okay, let's talk plot. Aven is forced to choose one of these princes to marry, to secure peace between the humans and the Fae. It's a political marriage, but, with way more angst and potential for backstabbing, both literal and metaphorical.
So, it's like the Bachelor Fae edition, but instead of roses they hand out daggers, and instead of a hot tub, there's a pit of despair filled with the souls of vanquished enemies.
Something like that. And the plot twists. Oh, the plot twists. I literally gasped out loud. I may have even thrown my book across the room at one point. One reviewer said, and I quote, "I simply had to put my book on the other side of the room and wait a few minutes while I screamed. And I felt that."
I'm sure your neighbors appreciated that. Did you at least warn them you were reading a book with destruction in the title? They might have thought you were undergoing some kind of, Fae-induced exorcism.
The ending. It's a cliffhanger of epic proportions. I'm talking full on emotional devastation. I need book 2 now. I'm practically vibrating with anticipation.
Vibrating, huh? Is that another side effect of reading about brooding Fae princes? Should we be concerned? Do we need to call a Faeologist?
Maybe you need a Faeologist to cure you of your cynicism. This book is a roller coaster of emotions. One minute you're swooning, the next you're sobbing, and the next you're ready to throw hands with a fictional character. Another reviewer said, "I don't think I've ever read a book that has infuriated me so much in the best way possible." And that's exactly it.
Infuriated in the best way possible. So, like getting a paper cut from a really good book, or stubbing your toe on a priceless antique.
You're impossible. But But seriously, this book is a must-read for anyone who loves young adult fantasy romance, enemies to lovers, or just a good, old-fashioned emotional gut punch. 5 out of 5 sparkly, tear-stained stars from me.
And from me, a solid 2 out of 5 rusty daggers. 1 for the vaguely competent world building, and 1 for the sheer audacity of comparing someone to a ship with tattered sails. I'm still not over that.
Okay, listeners, you've heard both sides. Are you ready to dive headfirst into the emotional turmoil of A Kingdom of Destruction? Or are you content to sit on the sidelines at the Fae shenanigans?
Call in now and tell us which prince you'd rather be trapped in a magically enforced marriage with. The charming pyromaniac, or the brooding one with questionable hygiene. The lines are open.
And while you're calling, I'm going to go reread chapter 27 for research purposes, of course.
I need a drink. Or maybe a whole bottle of Fae repelling bug spray. That is all for today's broadcast on Heart Book Radio.